Hey Mike, I ran the numbers on the property on Lofty Pine. Just wanted to go over with you what I see, what I have, share the information that I'm looking at, and make you an offer, and then we'll go from there. So just to start off, here is a screen print of where I pulled the comparables from, the comps. That's what an appraiser is going to use to try to figure out the market value for the property itself. All these blue dots are properties that have sold. Red dots were listed, but they didn't sell for whatever reason. Green dots are currently on the market. Purple's pending, I believe. But I took all that and I dumped it into a program I have that kind of puts it into a chart format, makes it real easy to see and understand. Over to the left hand side, you've got all your prices. Down at the bottom, you've got your square footage, and your property's right at about 1,700 square foot, so we're right about here. The again, blue dots are what's already sold. That's what we got to use to actually see what the property's worth. The green triangles are currently on the market, so that's going to be your competition. Red squares were listed but didn't sell for whatever reason, and the diamonds are pending. So looking at the property here, right at about 1,700 square foot on the high side, on the high retail side, listed, everything's updated, everything's pristine, staged to sell. I'm thinking top of the line, you could get about 280, 275, 280. So that's top retail. There's kind of two markets here. There's a retail market and a wholesale market. So for the wholesale market, which is where I buy at cash, we take the retail, so we're going to say 275, and we start subtracting off our costs and what we think it's going to take to get it in pristine condition so that we can actually put it on the market. So in your case, I'm going to take 275. I take off 3% because I'm going to have to give at least 3% to the buyer's agent. I take off another 3% because in this market, we're having to give 3% to the buyer to help them with closing costs, things of that nature, to actually get them in the property. And then another 2%, which is your standard closing costs like taxes and things of that nature. So I'm going to take 8% out of that 275, gets me down to 253. And then I normally like a 22% profit margin, so I take that off right off the rip. And then that puts me down to 197. I usually are with the property. Your property's in pretty darn good shape. I don't think it's going to cost much to get it fully ready to go. So I'm just going to take off 25,000. That's going to get me a offer of 172. So that would be my cash offer, real quick up front. I saw that you bought it in 2001. For 222, and I talked with your dad briefly, and I understand what you guys are going through personally a little bit. I think in your case, that's the offer. If you guys can't accept it and you want to, we can do it. But I think in your case, it might be better for you to do a hybrid cash offer solution, which is basically we say, all right, the retail is 275. I think at the bottom you could get at least 250. So what we would do is say, take that 250. We're going to take out all the costs associated with the given. We're going to account for giving 3% to the end user. We're going to account for 3% buyer side commission. We charge 4% seller side commission. And then 2% for your closing. So once I take all that out, that's going to get me down to down to 220. So I would say worst case you're at 220, and best case you're walking away with 242 minus whatever your mortgage is. So if we do the hybrid solution, what we'll do is we'll guarantee the sale at the lower 250 amount, and if it doesn't sell within 90 days, we'll buy it at the 220 cost. I don't know if that's an option for you or something that you want to go with, but we need 90 days to be able to market and try to sell it retail before we buy it. If that's an option for you, let me know. If you want to go with the first option, again, we can do that as well. So just let me know your thoughts. Let me know which way you want to go with it, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Thanks for letting me come see the place, Mike. Appreciate it. Have a good one.